My thoughts are pure at all times. Hello YouTube, it's Shadow. Welcome back to another gameplay. Here we're playing, I believe this is TDM on Quarry. Team Deathmatch in this game is kind of a nightmare. I kind of can't stand it. It's a lot of camping, a lot of people that just want to sit in buildings and look at doorways and windows. No one wants to move. There's no objective, so no one really feels like they need to move. And you get a lot of time limit gameplays. In this one I tried to move around while getting some kills as best I can. Try to counter the camping of the enemies, but you know, it goes as it goes. Little update here on my Interstellar grind. It's going pretty well. I'm actually getting close to the penultimate camo for Interstellar. It's the first animated one you get. I'm getting close to that one. I just got to finish up a few snipers and then we'll be right on to that. So I would imagine within the next like 2 weeks, I would almost definitely guarantee I would have Interstellar. You can, quote me on that or not, but we'll see what happens. Season 1 Reloaded, the update was yesterday. Man, was that a disaster. They did nothing right. Warzone was completely broken. I thankfully didn't touch Warzone at all. I was playing a lot of multiplayer initially, and then I jumped into some zombies. I tried to get the new TAC of Volver. It's the new LMG. Borealis yesterday, but among a lot of things yesterday, it was bugged. The final camo is bugged on zombies, so you can't get it. And then there's a new SMG that was added to the game yesterday as well, the HRM9, and that one couldn't even be unlocked right away. They had it unlocked through the battle pass, through an unlocked sector that they had classified for the past couple weeks or whatever, and it was bugged. You couldn't actually do any of the challenge for it initially, and then about an hour or two into the update, they finally said, hey, restart the game and you can finally unlock the gun. But once you unlock it, there's another bug with it. The magazine is bugged. You can only put a 30 round, which is what it comes by default. There's a 20 round mag attachment and a 50 round mag attachment that are both bugged. Even if you max out the gun, you can't put those attachments on it. I don't understand how they can't get anything right. I was actually complaining to one of my friends about how inconsistent this game has ended up being. But it's hilarious because the one thing that they're consistent with is ruining the updates. They consistently break the game every time they update the game. So that's where the consistency is, I suppose. They really need to work on the updates. They need to work on getting the updates tested is probably the primary issue that we're having. It just seems like they're not testing any of these updates. How is Warzone not playable? How are people getting locked into the load screens? Why are loadouts, which is a main part of Warzone, bugging the game? It just needs to be addressed. They had more than enough time to test this out and to make sure that the update would go smoothly. Considering the amount of players that play this game and how big it is, AAA game, it's unacceptable. They need to fix that. So we have a little update in zombies. I did play, like I said, a little bit of zombies trying to get the Borealis for the TAC of Volver. It's just kind of funny how long it's been since I played zombies now that I'm on my Interstellar grind. I kind of got out of practice with a few things with the zombies, namely getting my Borealis camo to stay on my gun even though I pack-a-punched it, remembering just little contract stuff and just the tiny things, just getting back into it. I wish zombies had just a little bit more content, maybe specifically for the contracts and the missions side of things. More weapons would be nice, but the weapon grind kind of gets repetitive after a while. More missions would be nice. Do something with the mode to get me back on there would be amazing. But right now, there's not too much to do. I could go for the Modern Warfare 2 camo grind, but I don't really like the way bioluminescent looks. At some point in time, I'll go for it. For right now, zombies is kind of in the back burner for me. And have to kind of give you an update on my Philadelphia Eagles. What a collapse of a season. I don't think I've ever seen, but specifically with the Philadelphia Eagles, I've never seen them collapse like this. I've seen them have really bad seasons under Chip Kelly. There was a bad season under Andy Reid, I remember earlier on. But this is crazy, going from 10-1 to losing 6 of your last 7 games of the season, including the playoff loss, including losing your seeding and losing home field advantage. It's really wild, and they really fell apart at kind of the easier part of the schedule. Before the season came out, everyone knew that the Eagles had one of the tougher schedules in the league, and there was a particular stretch right around November, December that got really tough. We had to play like the Bills, the Chiefs, the 49ers, the Cowboys, a lot of tough teams there. the Eagles actually did really good and performed during that tough part of the schedule, and then they collapsed during the easier part of the schedule. It's just unacceptable. And with that being said, I would like to give you a little update on some things you can expect to see on the channel here. Once I'm able to figure it out with my current setup, I would love to do some live commentaries with or without the face cam, preferably with the face cam, but technologically, if I can figure that out, I would like to do that, show you guys how I play the game on a day-to-day basis, maybe give you guys some little behind the scenes on why I'm making the decisions I'm making in game. Obviously, the standard Call of Duty commentary that you're getting right now is also going to be a staple. I'm going to try and do at least one a week, maybe a few more on update weeks like this week. If there's any content that's added or anything I would like to talk about, maybe I'll do a hotfix video, but I'm going to try and keep them steady for the Call of Duty commentaries about once a week there. And streaming, I stream about 3 to 4 days a week, typically 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Usually good streaming days for me. I'll go for about 8 hours usually, sometimes a little bit longer depending on the day. You can find me on Twitch at ShadowShadnik for streaming there. And once I am able to get enough subscribers here on YouTube, the threshold is 50, then I'll be able to stream on YouTube as well. And I plan on streaming on both, continuing moving forward here on both platforms there. And yeah, that's what you can expect from the channel. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay here. I had a pretty good KD, 30 kills, under 10 deaths, running around on Quarry there. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.